Doing fantastic. Welcome to Instagram Live. Welcome to the World Wide Web. So cool that we can be connected all the way around the world.
You make it sound like us in South Africa don't know about Instagram Live.
Yeah, well,
thanks for that.
It's winter where you are, right? It's summer where I am. It's nighttime where you are. It's mid-afternoon where I am. I just love it. I love how we can be connected in real life. And I just want to say thanks for taking a couple of minutes to jump on today. We are pumped because the book that we've been talking about all summer is coming out right now in South Africa, actually released yesterday all across South Africa. Don't give the enemy a seat at your table. So thanks for coming on and just hanging for a minute.
Of course. I've got to say, I mean, we've met once in Johannesburg, not so long back. Well, long ago now, but I'm a huge fan. I mean, I've followed you for many years now. Your favorite piece of mine is indescribable. That hour or so that you put up there was life-changing, literally. So it's a huge honor for me to speak to you. And I think the greater cause of it is obviously what it's all about. But I must say I'm a little bit nervous talking to you again after so long. I play cricket in front of 100,000 people sometimes, and here I am stuttering.
You know, when we flew into South Africa a few years back, we were doing an event there. And I think right when we landed, someone got a hold of us through Philip Boshoff, a friend of yours. And
That's right.
Said, hey, the national cricket team is in a ODI. I think you were playing England that particular time, maybe someone else, but I think it was England. And the guys are all staying in Sandton in this hotel, and they love it if you could just come by and speak to the team. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. This is the greatest day of my life. I have been like, you know, a fledgling cricket fan for about 25 years. And I don't understand the nuances of the game, but I do get the game. And spent a lot of time traveling in England and watching, you know, test matches on TV for days on end. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so we show up and I got to meet you and Fuff and JP and Steiny. And I was just like, this is unbelievable to me. And a lot of people in America don't get cricket, but I know you hate this question, but how do you explain cricket to all the rest of the world who says, what is cricket?
I think a lot of people must have referred to this, but it's similar to baseball. I mean, I spent a bit of time in the US before. My wife and I, not long ago, watched a game in San Francisco. We watched the Giants play someone, I can't remember who. We also watched the Yankees play before in New York. And I got a very similar feel watching baseball, and I could compare it to cricket. You've got to be quite patient. It doesn't happen at a fast rate. Except for when one or two players get going and they get into that zone, which happens like maybe 10 minutes in the middle of nowhere. But you got to be patient and watch it and just wait it out there. It's a beautiful game, baseball, and I really relate. When I play cricket, I feel it's very similar to baseball. The rules are complicated. If you're a beginner, it's gonna take you a while to. But like anything else, if you want to master something, you got to spend a bit of time and be patient.
The main thing is a guy throws the ball, bowls it in the case of cricket, and you try to hit it with the bat. If you hit it over the boundary in the air, that's a 6. If you hit it over the boundary on the ground, bouncing or rolling, that's a 4. And otherwise, you can just keep running back and forth as much as you can with your fellow batsmen. And it's a pretty fantastic game of skill is what I've learned. And I think the intricacy of it is beyond most people's imagination. You played at the highest level. You led the South African national team. You are a living legend in the IPL. And you still are playing with the challengers, right? So, like, technically, or no?
Yeah, I am with a lot of grace from above. I'm still running around there.
Yeah.
No, I'm probably I don't know how long I'm going to play for. I'll stretch it as far as I can. I've had a very enjoyable career. Lots of ups, lots of downs, but definitely in my final stretch. But we're returning now in September to play the other half of the IPL that we didn't finish when it got postponed earlier this year. So there's something to look forward to. I actually had a nice net session today. I ended up with a blister on my hand. So
okay.
trying.
I love
I'm
it. For
trying
those
to.
people who are not up to speed yet, the IPL is the Indian Premier League, and cricket is big in Australia, New Zealand, England, India, Pakistan, South Africa, across the Virgin Islands, or down in the Caribbean. Other countries I'm not thinking about. But AB, you're going to be excited to know that someone told me that they've started youth league cricket in Atlanta, Georgia.
I know about that. Don't worry. uh, we
How
love the States. We love traveling the States, and I would absolutely love to have an influence in getting to grow the game of cricket in the States. So hopefully in the future there's a role to play. We'll see what happens.
Well, you've always got an open door here at Passion with us in Atlanta. We'd love to have you anytime you can come. JP and his wife came through just before the shutdown of the world, and I got to see him in South Africa. And we had Sia here after the World Cup rugby smash up. He was one of the lamp carriers as we did Passion 2020 in Mercedes-Benz, and that was phenomenal having him here. And oh, by the way, congrats again on Tatiana and that world record swim last week. I know that had to be something that all of South Africa could cheer for.
So special to see. I've never met the lady, and well, not that I'm expecting to have met her, but watching her win that and just showing that true South African way about her, that humility and that true emotions coming out as soon as she realized she broke that world record as well. We all in South Africa. We really actually needed a bit of good news, and she was exactly the good news we needed at that time.
Talk about things in South Africa at the moment. I mean, we know there's been some unrest, and obviously COVID has had a couple of big waves there.